so here's our next problem. I want you to go work on your own. It says Tina ate 2/3 of her candy and gave 1/4 of her candy to her sister. She saved the rest. How much did she save? So I want you to take a minute, go work on it. If you figure it out, then come back and watch the rest. Or if you get stuck and you're not quite sure, come on back and watch the rest. But take a minute, mash pause, go work on it, and then I want you to come back. Alright, so you should have had a minute to work on it. Now let's look at some things you might have done to solve this problem. Or if you're not sure, here's some things you can try next time you see a problem like this. So you know I'm going to start by drawing a model to see what this question represents, what it looks like. So if I've got all her candy, I feel like my board's getting wobbly, fixing to fall over. Let me try to fix this real quick. There we go. Alright, so here's her whole candy, and it says she ate 2/3 of her candy, and she gave, come on now, she gave 1/4 of her candy to her sister. And then she gave 1/4. So she ate this, she gave away this, she saved the rest. So here's the part that she saved. How much did she save? So this is the part I'm looking for that I'm not sure of. When you read a question like this, some of you might say, well, I don't know how many pieces she had, so I don't know how many she saved. If it doesn't tell you how many pieces, then the answer is not looking for pieces, actual pieces. It's looking for the fraction that tells you the part of the whole. So that's what we're looking for here. So just like on the other problem that we had, I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, the pages where they were writing 4 pages. We could solve this one 2 different ways. We can add up 2/3 and 1/4 and see how much more we need to get to the whole. Or we could start with the whole and subtract back what she ate and what she gave away, and that'll tell us what's left. So let's start this first by adding up, because I'm betting that's what most of you did. So I've got to add 2/3 plus 1/4. Do not tell me that 2/3 plus 1/4 is 3/7, because somebody's going to do that. It is not. Do not add those denominators straight across. Okay? In order to add or subtract fractions, you have to have what? Common denominator. Okay? So, don't have a common denominator. You should remember from the other problem that a good common denominator from thirds and fourths, we've done thirds and fourths so many times, you should know by now automatically that a good denominator is 12ths. So I've got to turn 2/3 into 12ths. To get 3 to equal 12, I have to say times 4. So I'm going to multiply by 4/4. And why 4/4? Why not just 4? I want you to think about that and be able to explain it to me, okay? So 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. So 2/3 equals 8/12. So this part is also 8/12. Now I've got to do this to my 4th. To get a 4th to equal 12th, I've got to multiply by 3/3. Again, I'm not multiplying by 3. I'm multiplying by 3/3. Those are 2 totally different things, right? So 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. So I have 8/12 plus 3/12. So if I add that, 8/12 plus 3/12, what does that equal? That equals 11/12. So this part right there is 11/12. Well, obviously, I can look at that very simply and tell how much more I need to get to a whole. 11/12 plus 1/12 equals my whole, because a whole is 12/12. So she needs 11/12. I mean, not 11/12, sorry. 1/12. Alright, so now, let's look at subtracting it. So I've got my whole, and I've got to take away 2/3, and I've got to take away 1/4. Well, I can't just subtract it like this because they have different denominators. So I could do one of 2 things. I could go ahead and find common denominators for both of these, or I could subtract 1, like I could subtract the 2/3, then do the common denominators. That's what I'm going to do. But if the other way works better for you, that's the way that I want you to do it. So I'm going to start with 1 minus 2/3. And to do that, 1 minus 2/3, I'm going to think about a whole as 3/3 because 3/3 is a whole, and I'm dealing with thirds, so that's what I want to think about here. So 3/3 minus 2/3 equals 1/3. So now I've done this part of my problem. So now I've got to take away a fourth. 1/3 minus 1/4. Obviously, I cannot subtract that. We have different denominators. So we know we're going to use 12. So to get 1/3 to equal 12, I'm going to say times 4 over 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. So 1/3 equals 4/12. And then to get 1/4 to equal 12, I'm going to say times 3 over 3. Because 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. So now I have 4/12 minus 3/12. And I'm left with 1/12. So again, just like we said earlier, if I would have gotten a different answer on this one, that means I made a mistake somewhere. I need to go back and rework it. So I want you to, hang on just a minute, I don't have pulled up what you need to do. Oh, I want you now to do the cutting grass problem. And after you solve it, come back to the next video and watch me work out the mowing grass problem.